Wars do not only test armies, they test alliances. And on March 16, 2026, one interview, 8 minutes long, did something that months of battlefield reporting had not managed to do. You will be shocked by 5 facts about this. Number 1, what Trump said. President Trump, speaking directly to the Financial Times, said this: "It's only appropriate that people who are the beneficiaries of the strait will help to make sure that nothing bad happens there. If there's no response, or if it's a negative response, I think it will be very bad for the future of NATO." Very bad for the future of NATO. That warning was not a campaign line. It was not a rally chant. It was not a Truth Social post crafted for a domestic audience. It came in a direct telephone interview with one of the most respected financial newspapers in the world. Deliberate, measured, and aimed right at the heart of the alliance that has anchored Western security for over 70 years. Why would a crisis in one narrow strip of water, 21 nautical miles at its thinnest point, suddenly become the defining test of the most powerful military alliance on Earth? And more importantly, is there something in the ancient pages of Scripture that saw this kind of moment coming long before anyone on a cable news panel ever could? Stay right here, because the further we go into this story, the more you are going to see that what is happening in the Gulf right now is not just geopolitics. It is something much older than that. He connected the Strait of Hormuz to the survival of NATO itself. Think about how significant that is for a moment. The Strait of Hormuz is a Middle Eastern waterway. NATO is a North Atlantic Treaty Organization. These two things exist, technically, in completely different strategic theaters. And yet, in a single exchange, the President of the United States drew a direct line between one and the other. His argument was straightforward, even if the implications were anything but. The United States, he said, is a net energy exporter. America produces more energy than it consumes, which means the flow of oil through the Strait of Hormuz, roughly 1/5 of the entire world's daily oil supply according to Reuters, matters far more to Europe, to Japan, to South Korea, and yes, to China, than it does to the country currently being asked to do most of the securing. And his conclusion was the sentence that stopped newsrooms mid-broadcast. Now here is what I need you to keep in the back of your mind right now, because it is going to connect directly to what I am going to show you in Discovery 4 about what the Allies actually said when the moment arrived to answer. Trump pressed roughly 7 nations to contribute naval assets, warships, escorts, real military commitment. And what came back from America's closest allies, nations that have stood shoulder to shoulder with Washington for decades, was something that, depending on how you read it, looked either like strategic caution or something much harder to defend. But here is what is truly chilling about the Allied response. And this connects directly to a detail in Discovery 4 that the mainstream coverage almost entirely missed. Because it was not just that the Allies said no, it was what 2 of them did instead. 21 nautical miles. That is the width of the Strait of Hormuz at its narrowest point. 21 miles of open water, flanked by Iran on one side and the Sultanate of Oman on the other. And through that corridor, that single, irreplaceable, impossibly narrow corridor, flows approximately 20% of the world's oil supply every single day. Let me put that in terms that feel less like a geography lesson and more like what it actually is. Every time you fill your gas tank, somewhere in the supply chain that made that fuel possible, the Strait of Hormuz is part of the calculation. Every time a shipping container moves across an ocean, every time a cargo plane burns jet fuel, every time a factory fires up its machinery, the Strait of Hormuz sits somewhere in that equation. It is not just a waterway. It is the jugular vein of the global economy. And as of early March 2026, Iran had effectively closed it. Not with a formal declaration, not with a press conference, with drones, with missiles, with maritime threats so sustained and so credible that commercial traffic across the strait collapsed. Reuters reported tanker transits dropped by over 80% from normal levels within the first weeks of the crisis. Shipping insurance rates did not
Yeah, shit gone bad, man. Keep up the good work over there, man.
Shipping insurance rates did not
Keep up the good work, dude.
Number 3, Anthony Davis.
Hi, everyone. Greetings from 2K Sports. Get ready for some NBA action. I'm Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Tim Legler, along with our reporter, Allie LaForce. Around halfway through the season and a chance here to recap where all the teams in the West sit in the standings. Take a look at the Mavericks. The season well underway, and they've been solid in third right now.
And I think for the Mavericks, they've got their sights set pretty darn high right now. After what they've done this season, their goal is nothing short of a title.
Well, no one has been surprised by their dominance. Now they will try to take this momentum into the postseason.
So the Nets starting five. Porter and Clowney up in the forward spots. MP out there with Cam Thomas. And it's Timmy in at the 5 down low. And for the Mavericks, in its small and power forward, it'll be Flagg and Davis. Klay Thompson is out there with Russell. And it's Gafford in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And as the NBA season rolls on, GA, what's one of the biggest challenges this time of the schedule?
I'd say maintaining your level. It's so hard to be consistent throughout the season, and it's really about the mental side of the game. It's so tough to stay locked in.
And as we get deeper into the season, MP's let it be known that he intends to get his hands on the Rookie of the Year trophy.
And he's well aware of the other contenders as well. So if he is going to win that award, he knows he has to be at his best when he's matched up against his fellow rookies. I love MP's ambition. Going to be fun to see how he battles.
And for the latest news on MP, let's hear from Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Hey there, guys. Well, there's a lot of excitement coming into this game with a couple of Rookie of the Year candidates on the roster. When I asked MP about it, he said, I've had this game circled on my calendar for a while now. I'm ready to show I'm at the top of this class. Guys, I like his confidence.
Thanks. This should be a great battle to watch. No problems knocking that one down.
It's critical you find a way to run MP off the line out there. He has that as a big part of his game.
Outside, Davis to the middle. And Gafford throws it down.
I'll tell you what, he is one guy you do not stand in the way of when he decides to attack the basket.
And a wide open look for MP. And the Nets, another three.
And that shows the skill level of MP. The pull-up is a tough shot to master.
Back to Russell. Oh, boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. It's going to be on MP.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
First trip to the line for him here.
And his average at the line stands at about 79% right now. So solid numbers in that department.
And so Jordy Fernandez decides to call timeout. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. And now we have a moment to recognize the player of the week in the Eastern Conference, MP.
Well, you talk about a player displaying complete dominance on the floor. This is it. And it seemed like he could do no wrong as he was a factor in really every facet of the game. A truly remarkable performance.
You know, you got to be impressed with the size and athleticism of this Mavericks front court.
And now the addition of Cooper Flagg at small forward. So in addition to all the length and mobility they already had, this now makes them the match of any team in the league in that regard.
The Nets shooting their first free throw of the game right now. And told now by our producer, do we have him, guys? Okay, we do. We have a call coming in from Shams Charania. Shams, thanks for joining us. What do you have?
Well, the Nets trading this summer for Michael Porter Jr., and after playing a complimentary role in Denver with Nikola Jokic and Jamal Murray, he now becomes a focal point. He said he's not really a big city guy with all the traffic, but listen, he can expect plenty of crowding every time he touches the ball.
He can heat up in a hurry, that's for sure. Hey, Shams, thank you very much. Clock at 4. Porter, no luck.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
Davis throws it down.
Over the years, we've seen a lot of this from Davis, playing above the rim.
MP with the bounce pass to the inside. Here's Timmy, and the rejection by Gafford. And that's out of bounds. It was last touched by Gafford. The Nets making a switch here. Williams is checked in. And here's MP for 3. And it's flagged with the rebound.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
And he's good on the 3-ball. It's a tie ball game.
I don't think anyone has ever gotten it off quicker than Klay Thompson.
A nice shot by MP.
Well, you can see it's a matter of pride out there for these guys.
And the responses often come from the three-point line. That's just today's game.
Now here is Davis.
That's a dude.
In the game against Chicago, very impressive.
He's been on fire.
Hey, you seen that, you know what's about to come out on the 7th, don't you? That game Starfield, man. You seen it?
Since the beginning of this game, particularly when you look at the high percentage
Look
shots.
that game up, man. That game gonna be.
A 3 from MP.
I'm about to get that
And
something
Brooklyn with the
drop,
triple.
bro. I'm gonna pre-order it.
Unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
Thompson outside.
Be all on that game, man. That's gonna be my game for a while.
Outside, Davis. Takes the 3. Another 3 for Dallas.
Damn.
Don't buy Starfield, it was really bad on PC.
No, man.
Yeah, just go.
Bro, nah, they got that game straight, bro. Look that shit up, man. They fixed it, man. Man, I seen a lot of reviews and stuff on that game, bro. I've been keeping up with that game for a few years, man. I've been waiting for them to bring it to the council, and they dropping it on the 7th. Yeah. That game's gonna be lit, man. You need, hey, it's in the store, man. Look at it, bro. Yeah.
Going back and forth, it is really competitive.
Hey, and guess what else is coming? In April, they're bringing the VR to Microsoft Flight Simulator, bro. Yes, sir.
Out there.
And here's MP. He'll bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. And we've been following this group's absolute dominant season, winning most games in blowout fashion.
Truly record-setting fashion.
Gonna be nice,
Nonetheless,
bro.
though, it's been
Microsoft
demoralizing to
and
teams
VR?
facing
Come on, man.
this group. I mean, before halftime, teams are often down by 15 or 20 points. We might be...
Euro Truck Simulator 2 is great. I love it.
No, you know, I'm waiting on that. Hey, look up American Truck Simulator 2024. I think that's what it is. It's coming. Look, check it out. I'll tell you right now. Man, that me and JT's waiting to get that game, bro. Hold up. I'm going to tell you right now. That new Truck Simulator game is coming, man. No, man, no, bro. You don't know what I'm talking about. I can tell right now. Hold up. Where it at? Where's it at, man? I got all these other Truck Simulator games, but this one here is about... I'm trying to tell you right now, bro. Hold on a second, man. You wait till you see this right here, then you'll understand what I'm talking about, man. It's on. Hey, it's been on PC, bro. Here it is, American Truck Simulator. That's what it's called. The new. Man, look it up right quick, man. American Truck Simulator. It's in. Hey, I'm trying to tell you, bro.
Here tonight.
And Davis gets it to
I
go.
got the Euro Truck
Over the
Simulator
years,
game,
Davis
man, already.
has packed on a lot of muscle, and it served him well right there.
And here's MP for three.
Damn.
Rebounded by Gafford. The Mavericks have gone 7 of 11 from the field to begin the game. And Davis throws it down.
All over that
And
boy
there's
head.
the power Davis gives you up front. He is a terrific lob partner.
Brooklyn trailing. A three from MP. And another one in the scoring column for him. He's 7 of 10 from the field.
Well, they're winning this game in large part due to how efficient he's been, and it's why they'll continue to go to him.
Russell against Thomas. Thompson for the triple. They get it back. Here's Davis. And it's slammed in by Davis.
Yeah, the added muscle Davis has put on, helping him on these tough finishes, flexing on him there.
And Tim, you think about rim running centers.
No way,
Daniel
bro.
Gafford typifies that type of player.
Yeah, Kevin, he's a great finisher. He knows when to dive at the rim. And what you like with Gafford is that he's willing to meet you there defensively as well.
Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Al LaForce on the sidelines.
Thanks, guys. Well, MP in their last time out against the Grizzlies was simply terrific. He scored 53 points, and he was locked in from deep. But when hasn't he been? It was a performance that will stick with the fans for a long time. Let's see what he has in store for us in this one.
Okay, Ali, thanks. Greg, we'll see if he can keep rolling here tonight.
Yeah, and that's the rub. When he's in rhythm, he can carry your team across the line.
Well, I expect they'll go to him early here, hoping for a repeat performance.
Now Davis, following the miss by Michael Porter from deep. Davis, the pass to Thompson. Rocket 6. Second shot opportunity. And off the glass. That one's good. Gafford's got 6 points.
And a better box out saves them 2 points there.
Nothing will drive your coach crazier than what you just saw. Lack of focus, lack of effort.
And it's time for an injury report.
Timeout.
Thanks, I caught with the head athletic trainer for Brooklyn. There's some pain in the chest area, especially when breathing. Right now, it's being called a bruise. And from the sound of it, nothing to play with, but guys, nevertheless, seems like he's planning to give it a go. Back to you.
And Allie, we thank you for the report. He's certainly been on our minds. Now, at least, Greg, we have a little more clarity.
Yeah, now they have the information they need to take the best course of action.
Well, sometimes those injuries come at a tough time.
And the Mavericks with some changes. P.J. Washington, he's checked in for Flag. Christie subbed in for Russell. Thompson for the triple. Gafford inside. 6 points for him.
And that keeps him perfect from the field this quarter.
For the Nets, they come into this one following a loss to the Grizzlies in Memphis. And here's MP for 3. And the Nets, another 3.
Out of their last 5 makes, how about all 5 from long range? Well, they're trying to take command of this game, but it's been competitive so far.
We see this in the NBA all the time. It is very difficult to keep a lead in this league.
And that one's good. MP.
12 straight points off of 3-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
Washington finds Davis. Inside. Here's Gafford. Whistle blows. Bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the... And, folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this...
The previous play is under review.
For detail, what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier.
The ruling on the floor is confirmed.
The slow motion replays. You really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Mann's checked in for MP.
I did not know they was gonna set my ass down, bro.
Mavericks will go for a different look here. Derek Lively, he's checked in for Daniel Gafford. Davis comes in for Martin. Flag is checked in for Washington. And D'Angelo Russell subbed in for Hardy. Wilson, he's checked in for the Nets. MP comes in for Mann. Now, here's MP. It's coming off an unbelievably high-scoring game.
Well, MP has been very aggressive here, looking for his own offense, generating great results.
And Brooklyn, looking who they've got. They've got MP. Michael Porter's out there with Wilson. Then it's Zaire Williams. And it's Johnson in at the 2. Russell with it. Covered by MP. Russell inside. That one falls.
Bro.
Russell's got his second bucket of the night.
Feeling out the pick and roll. Russell never looks like he's in a hurry.
MP looking around.
Man, come on, man. That's all money right here.
Dallas leading by 3. Anthony Davis attacking. Out to Russell. Fires from deep. Oh, he got hacked on the 3-pointer.
I'm out of this shit, man. Fucking